should probably get all my ducks in a row before actually starting this thing. Yeah, let me do that. Hey y'all, it's Allie. I was meaning to get y'all an updated video on my little selfie printer. I've just been waiting and I am able to do it today. I wrote down some notes. I'm gonna try to be organized and not go on a billion bunny trails like I normally do. Selfie printer. I did an unboxing video. I can totally link that and pop it in one of the little cardy things. And I got it in Georgia because I was on a 2-week-long vacation, and y'all know I like to journal, and I was not able to go different places and get my pictures printed out. I didn't want to hassle people with going places to get my photos printed. This is my photos that I printed at home, okay, from my phone. And then here's phone. This is when we left. And this is selfie photo paper. Okay, so all of this from here on. I have not used my printer since I bought my Selfie. Oh my gosh. Basically, the Selfie is the bomb diggity. I love it so much. I honestly do not think I am ever gonna go back to my regular printer unless I'm, needing like a bigger than a 4x6. Let me start out by saying that I purchased this myself, of course, in Georgia. And I went to Joann's and I got it for $89.99. And you can purchase it now at Joann's. I had to have the gold one. You can get, I believe you can maybe get them a little cheaper on Amazon. I'm not quite sure. There's black, white, and then there's this gold from Joann, and I had to have the gold. And I have not taken off this thing. I guess I should. Look at that, y'all. You saw me take it off for the first time. It came in this box, this really compact box. It probably won't be in focus. It came in that little compact box with a manual and the power adapter, and it came with only like 10 sheets of paper and one film thingy, like one of the cartridges for the ink. I was like, stat, I have to buy some more paper. So I got more paper. I have a bubble in my throat. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I got the paper. I bought this paper at Joann's too, but I paid not way more. I paid a bit more for it at Joann's than I would have online. And I'll tell you where I found it cheaper online and all that good stuff. So what you need to know about the Selfie. This is a wireless printer. It will print from your phone uber easily. There is an app that you can get on your smartphone. This little Canon right there, that is the Selfie app. And it's super easy to use. It's very, very easy. That's what I use to print out. Now, I do make my own collages. I will split, like you see, I don't have many 4x6s. I have these 2x3 size photos. Like right here is a 2x3. And that is 2 of these can fit on one 4x6, obviously. So I make a collage in a different app. I use PicFrame, and I have another video on that I can add. Then I just split it down the middle with my cutter. I also started trying out the small photos, which were uber cute. Let me see if I can find a small one like right here. So like this right here. That's a small one. Now these are the size I've read. This is about the size, I believe, of a pocket printer photo, which I really want still, by the way. Maybe I'll get one eventually. But this is like a 2x3. These are 3x4. These are 2x3. So 4 of these can fit on one 4x6. So I just make collages and I print them out for my journal and plop them in. They're so much fun, so much fun. I love them so much. Y'all are seeing all of my construction zone here. What was I saying? Yes, how you print is from your phone, and it's very easy, and I will do a demonstration for that here in a second. The other way that you can print is with the SD card straight in. If you are shooting with a little point and shoot, or even like my Mark III Canon has an SD card, that's what I record now with. I could pop that in here if I had a photo on there, and I can like print straight from. So that's really convenient if you have an SD card. So you can print by the SD card, you can print from your phone. You can hook this up to a camera supporting PIX bridge by connecting it by cable or wireless PIX bridge, which is available on select Canon cameras. You can plug in a memory card, we already talked about that, or USB key. And I guess that's what this one is right here. That must be a USB key or something. So you can plug it in there, and then of course wirelessly, and then that memory card. But to me, wirelessly is the way to go, because honestly, I do not take many photos with my big girl camera, I call it, my Big Bertha camera, because it just takes too much effort for me to get it all uploaded. It's just way simpler for me to just print from my phone to here and call it good. So those are the options though that you can print with. I hope that made sense. You can make this portable, but the batteries, okay, so the battery costs, the real Canon battery for this and this is $58.99 on BH Photo. And then you can get one like it that's an off-brand for $32.99 on Amazon, and I will link those below. But basically, you have your your power volt thing. What is it? 12 volt, whatever. This thing, that one, the 24 volt DC. You plug that in there, and then that is attached to this doohickey right here. And then I believe what you do is that this comes out, and you plug your, there's an attachment that goes in here and then plugs up to that battery, and that's how it's battery operated. Honestly, to me, that just seems like, wow, you're intense. Like if you take this thing to a park and have all these wires everywhere, I mean, I guess it's possible, but I mean, for the money, it's like, okay, if you get the $32.99 battery, then it's like you're not too, I mean, why don't you just buy a pocket printer? I don't know, because of the size, I don't know. People would have to wrestle with that decision themselves. My point is that you can put a battery to this, so you don't have to use power on the wall, basically. So right now I have an extension cord so I can plug her up. Plug her up. That's that. Let me talk about paper. I'm trying to stay focused, y'all. It is really hard. This is the little card cartridge thing that you hook in. Note, this is a note. When it says 108, it means 108. Because I tried to stick more paper in, and I was like, oh, I'll just, you know, use the ink. Well, it said error, need more whatever. So I was gonna try to extend because I'm a cheapskate, and well, okay, that's a rude word. I'm thrifty. And so I was trying to get more out of my films, but it didn't work. So I'm like, how the heck does this thing work? I wasn't sure. And so I'm like I pulled it apart, which I thought was fascinating. This is a dye film, not ink. It's dye based. That is how the claims that this photo paper, these photos are 100 years. They last for 100 years. They're archival. Inkjet printers spray ink on the paper. So this photo right here, now 100 years from now, who knows what's gonna happen, but I mean, this paper right here is sprayed. Okay, and this paper it has the dye, I don't know if you can see that, the dye film there. I don't know if it's focus or not. So this is dye and this is spray. These are gonna last 100 years, which is really stinking cool. Also, they are water resistant. If you get, well, I have gotten water on one of my prints, and man, it just ruined the print. It really did. But I have gotten water, I was by the pool actually, and I got water on one of these, and I just wiped it off and it was fine. It totally is water resistant. So it is glossier. We'll talk about that a little bit second. Glossier finish, whatever. But so basically, it rolls out a yellow dye, puts that layer on, rolls out the magenta dye, puts that layer on, it rolls out the cyan dye, and then it rolls out a clear protective whatever. It's a clear film that protects it. This helps it to be the 100 years old or whatever. So when it says there's 108 pictures, it's because there's 108 sets of 4. You're not gonna get any more than that, which is kind of cool though. I was wrestling with this because like, oh, that's a sham, you know, I'm not gonna be able to get, you know, squeeze out color. But honestly, if you think about it, how many of y'all have had inkjet printers and you're just waiting for it to be the end of magenta or cyan only to have it be the end when you're really excited and, you know, to create something. Like it's like, ah, like you can't do anything else, and then you have major artist block, and it's just annoying. It is so annoying. So honestly, I like knowing that there was 10 pictures on this. There's gonna be 54 on the certain package here, and there's gonna be 54 on the other one. See, this 108 came with 2 cartridges, and it came with 6 packets of paper, 3 packets of paper per cartridge, and then you are done. So to me, I like the security of knowing that I might use this in my journal somehow. Ooh, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna do that. Anyway, I like the security of knowing exactly how many pictures that I have, you know? And you can see in here if you're getting low. Paper, again, it's glossy. Let me see if I can't, I don't know if you can see. It is a glossy paper. That's the only thing that I don't like about the Canon Selphy, is that it's gloss. I prefer matte paper because, you know, I like my Jelly Roll pens, and I haven't been able to use them as much because this is just, it's just like, it's like ice skates. It's like ice skating with my Jelly Roll pen. It just does not, there's no friction, and I kind of got away with it with the setting on here a little bit, but it's still kind of, I don't know, it's a very glossy paper. So some people love that. The other thing too, I wanted to mention that if you're crazy picky about your photos, which I kind of am, I lugged this around in my suitcase several times, and if like little hairs and stuff get on the print, that does show up when it comes through. So it's super easy. You just open that up. Here, let me do this. You open this up, and then you stick your papers in there. Whoops, that's what it looks like. I'm trying to get all that lint out. Okay, so you stick your papers in there when you get it. And there's little directions on here too that are really nice. And you pop it down, and when you are printing, you leave this thing up like this. When you're not printing, like when I went on vacation, I went for work jobs and stuff, I just put it down and you can take the whole thing like that. Here is the, oh shoot, I need to tell y'all where to stick the ink cartridge. Ink cartridge is right here. Very simple. This little button right here ejects the cartridge out, and then you just pop it back in, follow the arrows. It is so easy. It's like Operation. That's how I explain it. If you don't read the instructions, just think Operation. The way that it looks and shapes in there, it just pops right in. Just play a game of Operation and you'll be fine. There's that, and this is where the paper goes. Golly, it's dusty. You stick your paper in like this. Okay, can y'all see that? Let me make sure. Oh, I also wanted to mention this paper. Okay, this pack of 108 sheets of paper is $29.59, not including shipping, on Amazon.com. That works out to be 27.3 cents per picture. Now, you might be saying, that's outrageous. Well, let me explain something. Let me get your mind thinking a little bit here. Okay, Walgreens says that they have 12-cent 4x6 prints, but if you look on their site, that's not for 1 hour, that's for mail-in. 1 hour prints are 29 cents. So my question is, this is what I asked myself, basically, and I'm asking you, is it worth the trouble to go on a stinking website and upload your stuff and take forever uploading? Is it worth making the trip to go to Walgreens for 1 hour? Is it worth having to wait for something in the mail when you're really excited about creating something? Is it worth the extra 15 cents to really, is it really that big of a deal? And then of course for the 29 cents for 1 hour, well, the Selphy's cheaper at that point. That's what I read online anyway. I saw that 1 hour true color 4x6 prints were 29 cents. So this actually works out to be better than the 1 hour ones. And it's quicker than 1 hour, and you don't have to go nowhere. You print straight from your phone. Like, that's my suggestion and encouragement, is just take photos on your smartphone if you have one. If you don't have one, just use your little SD card deal and you'll be so good to go, because this is like a little display screen or whatever. So okay, let me turn her on. See the cute bubbles? Those are the bubbles. So let me talk to you about Wi-Fi for a second. My preference of making the photos is Wi-Fi, okay? So if you go to the menu and you go down to Wi-Fi settings, via Wi-Fi is the easiest because you go there and then it'll say busy, connect with previous settings, and I'll put okay. But look, it'll say, oh, the natural leases, that's where we were when we were in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's not there. See, connection failed. It cannot find that Wi-Fi right now, that router box. So what I do is I have to edit it. So go via Wi-Fi network, okay, connect with previous settings? No, because I am not in Missouri anymore. So I cancel, and you can either do WPS connection, manual settings. Honestly, I have not played with these. That looks confusing. I wouldn't bother unless you know what you're doing. I don't know what these are. What I do is I just search for an access point because it will find my Wi-Fi. See, Zoom, that is my Wi-Fi in my home. So, oh, who's Bonbon? That's hilarious. And then it says connect with previous settings. It remembers my key from the last time, which is kind of convenient and wonderful, so you don't have to keep typing in. If I ever went back to Missouri to that apartment, then I would be able to, it would remember and it would pick it up for me. So anyway, so let's connect. We're connecting. It's taken a while, but okay. Okay, see, it says connected to access point. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, yes, we're still in focus and stuff. We are wireless now. Now, my phone can talk to the Selfie. Let me also suggest or show y'all all these buttons. Like this, I think is for when you're zooming in and out, when you're actually looking at photos on here. Print is, I believe, if you're going in and out and then you're ready to print one, you can just press that button, no problem. I think that's what that's for. I've never used these buttons because I go, again, wirelessly from my phone. So if you go to this change settings, not the Wi-Fi settings, but change settings, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Borderless, yes. I don't want a border. You can do bordered or borderless. I don't like borders. See, look at this. You can go image optimizations, brightness, smooth skin, my colors, yada yada. If you wanted a date, I guess you could put a date on your picture if you wanted. That's kind of old school to me, so I don't do that. Plus, my photos are kind of near my journaling and there's dates there. But if you wanted to do that, that's awesome. Borders, borderless, okay, page one up. And then here's the thing, print finish. There's glossy, there's pattern 1, and there's pattern 2. Pattern 1 applies a slightly rough surface pattern for a less glossy finish. Pattern 2 applies a fine surface pattern for a less glossy finish. Pattern 1 and pattern 2, you'll hear it when the last thing goes out. It's like that. It makes it kind of, how do you say? It tries to make it kind of like a matte. I'll do one with a different pattern thing here soon. So if you want the most matte you can get, pattern 1 would apply. If you want just a teeny bit of matte, it'd be pattern 2. But honestly, again, like I'm telling you, it is honestly not that matted. It's just, you can kind of, it almost has that like pebbled. It almost kind of looks pebbled, that's it. Oh, here's another thing, just to let you know. Please allow the area to stay clear when you're doing your stuff, because sometimes I forget and it's like, and like all crazy. Okay, I think I have enough room now. So I have a picture that I want to print. So I'm going to my Canon Selphy app. Okay, a photo print, that's what I'm printing. Go to my camera roll and go to this photo that I just edited. The one thing to be aware of, the iPhone 6 takes 3x4 photos. If you go down here and you put 3x2, you'll see that it skinnies it up a bit. And that is what you'll have to work with for your 4x6 photo. So if you're like me and you really want to keep, if you don't care, just print it. But if you really want to keep what you see is what you get, I would suggest cropping a big photo, big 4x6 from your phone before. And this would actually apply to like PowerShot cameras too, because unless you have a full frame camera, it's not going to automatically print a 4x6 photo. So to me, honestly, I don't really care about that. So let's just see how it prints, just not worrying about that. So I'm gonna go here, go to here, go pick my picture out, select. So I'm gonna go to print. Okay, I'm already hooked up to the Canon CP910 Selphy camera. There's change settings here. You can do more than one copy. You can do borderless or bordered. I'm sticking with borderless. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and print and we'll see how this works. So it's talking, see it's busy. It's talking to my phone. And you'll kind of see here the quality. Oh, we have got activity. So it's rolling out the yellow. See how it goes back here? Make sure there's nothing there, because you'll be in trouble. Or fur ball or anything. Look. It's yellow. I wonder if this is coming on camera. I want to see. Is it? Yes, it is. So cool. My desk is a trashy mess. I'm so sorry. And it gives you your bubbles. It shows you what it's printing. So this is the cyan now. Now listen to this. This is patterned. You hear that? See, it's going through slowly and it's putting that last film on kind of pebbled-ish like. And you really can't tell via the this camera. I'm gonna actually try to get a shot of this because I think it's important for you to see that. And you can pretty much touch it immediately. Now, this is weird. There's thumbprints all over it. What in the world? Let's do that again and see what happens, because I think because I touched that print, we learned something new today, guys. Okay, let's try this again, because I think because I touched that print, it screwed up, I think. Well, looky there. Yeah, my thumbprint is on the picture. That's kind of funny and not funny at the same time. We will see how the next one is. Yep, it was because I touched it. Don't touch it. Like, I'm not saying don't touch it out of here. Here is a print that I got my sticky fingers all over before it printed on it, and look what it did. It totally, let's see if I can get this darker. Can you see that? I got it darker for you so you could see. See those like thumbprint things? That's because I touched it. Don't do that. I guess that's something new that I learned. You can't do that. Here's the one that is totally okay. It's a pretty darn good picture. I need to get that glare. Can you see like it's kind of trying to make it look matte? I gotta just get it the perfect. And to show you the difference, I prefer the matte, so I'm going to show you like one that's glossy. Here's the glossy. Do you see the gloss on that? How glossy, glossy, glossy it is? So you can see the light reflecting, right? This one is not as glossy. See, it's just kind of, I don't know if you can see that or not. Wow, that was really loud. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there. And then to show you the picture, it was cropped. See, my daddy was over here and it kind of cropped him off. So when you do this number, you're gonna get some croppage, and I will give you a hint on how to prevent heads being chopped off over here. So that is a complete 4x6 photo. Right there, see it? It's kind of, I'm kind of like blown out a bit here. It's really nice quality, honestly. Like, I really like the quality of the paper compared as far as like the printing quality. The one thing I have noticed, and I've shared before, is that sometimes you can tell, like you can like see little lines, but like this one is all like, you can't see it very much. There's not really much tracking. When you're making a frame, I use pick frame. I have to pay 99 cents to get the other ratios. You're gonna want 3x2, pick your 4 pictures to a thing, go to style, and I'm going really fast. And the reason I'm going really fast is because there's a whole nother video about this, because I'm really just trying to get you to a point that I'm making. Let's do one where the head's close by. I need something where it's like there's a lot of people. Okay, right here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so you have my family, my beautiful family, eating dinner. See, you have him close on the side and you have him on the close side, but you're gonna have to make a decision, because if you do this collage, this much space, about, there's gonna be a little bit of space chopped off because of that preparation and because of just the natural way that it kind of zooms in a little bit for printing. What my suggestion is to rotate it, and if you have something that's a little bit less worth, let's just say that my husband was further this way than Ashton was, then I would totally flip it around so that his back would get cut off and not Ashton's head. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but just be aware of your heads and important things that you do not want chopped off, because your edges here, try to keep them towards this center area, or towards the middle. Now down here, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it matters a little bit, but mainly right here, you're gonna see stuff being cut off. So I hope that helps somebody, because I messed up pictures that way. Just keeping that in mind or whatever. I think that's all I want to say. I cannot think of anything else to say. My opinion on the Selphy overall is I cannot live without it. I love it, love it, love it. I love this printer. It stays right over here. Sometimes you'll see a journal with me video and so because I'm printing out my pictures on my Selphy. I predominantly take my journaling photos on my phone. And so it's just so stinking easy, and it's so nice to just have that at your fingertips like that. You saw how fast it was to print out. I can be prepping a page and my photos are printing out in like a minute. And again, people aren't gonna be, I normally don't print out 4x6s. I print out the 3x4s or the 2x3s. That's normally the ones that I print out. So truly, if you only printed out 3x4s and did collages, really you have 216-ish photos, whatever. So I like to think like that. I know this is a super crazy long video, and I'm sorry, but a lot of folks were asking, and I really wanted to give an in-depth review, my opinion, and stuff that I have found on it. So I hope it's helpful for you. And if you get one, I'm really excited. It will truly, truly increase your journaling, just because you have that. It's fast. It is fast. I have this box of pictures. I journal often. I purchased this in July, and I mean, it's November. So I have not even gotten to the second set of this pack. I really, really, really do think it is worth the investment. I would give it like 4 out of 5 stars. And the only reason is because the pictures aren't more matte. That's it. That is the only, and probably because sometimes you'll see a little bit of lines coming back and forth. That's rarely though. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes that does happen, but it's rare. But mainly because the photos aren't more matte and my jelly rolls don't get done. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, y'all. I hope this was helpful like a billion times. I really do hope it's helpful. And that it helped answer the questions that you asked. All right, I will see you later. Bye. Dadgummit, why is nothing working today? Boys, be quiet, please.
Fiesta!
I think. Oh, shoot. Well, that ain't good. I don't even know where it is. This is so fun.